It is really about time that Call of Duty finally released some more information about their Blackout game mode. I've been waiting a very long time just to get the tiniest amount of information about this game mode, but they just wouldn't give us anything. But yesterday, they just splurged and they just showed us as much as they could possibly see. I'm going to show you a couple of pictures that I could find on the internet and the map itself, but it is a lot more photos that are actually on Twitter. If you look up Charlie Intel on Twitter, it is just it's unbelievable how much information they have just splurged out at us. But I'm going to try to cover it all right here, right now. Let's get into it. Before we get into the details of the actual gameplay of this game mode, I just want to get into the map really quick. And as you see, the map is pretty freaking huge. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And Treyarch actually let us know that if you were to run from one side of the map all the way to the other, it would take approximately 5 minutes running distance without any interruptions. It sounds short, but honestly, compared to Fortnite, it could pretty much be the same running from one side of the map to the other. So I'm not even mad about that, and it will take a lot longer, trust me, especially when people are trying to gun you down. It's not going to take you 5 minutes to get from point A to point B. I am 99.9% sure that everybody already knows this, but the majority of the locations in this map are actually from previous Call of Duty game maps that were played in multiplayer. For example, we have Nuketown, Cargo, Turbine, Firing Range, Estates. There are plenty of locations on this map that we've actually played previously. And fun fact actually, if you go to Nuketown Island and you look at the player count on the actual sign, it will tell you how many players are also on Nuketown Island, which is a pretty handy feature, I guess, if you want to know if it's anybody else with you on this island. I also enjoy that they added buildings throughout the middle locations of each of the major locations on this map. And what I mean by that is there's little like buildings and huts scattered throughout the map that aren't in locations like Firing Range and Nuketown and things like that, for people who pretty much don't want to land hot. I'm pretty much assuming, since this is a Call of Duty game, if you land on any one of the main locations, whether it's Estates, Construction, Firing Range, Rivertown, no matter where you go, there's probably going to be at least one duo or squad with you as well. So regardless, you're going to get into a gunfight, and you probably won't be able to fly off to a different location and not deal with anybody. So I'm assuming the next best thing that you could possibly do is land in some of the middle buildings in different little locations that aren't as hot. So I'm glad that they added those in there. And also, it just makes the pace of the game a little bit better. I can't even explain, let's use PUBG for example, the amount of times I've landed far off and we are just coasting in trying to get into zone, but there's like no buildings to be seen. And it's just, you're pretty much have zero loot and you can't find loot, and you end up getting murdered anyway. At least in this map, it looks like no matter where you drop, there will definitely be buildings that you can loot while you go closer and closer to the middle of zone. So no matter what, you should be able to loot up and at least get half decent gear before you get into the final firefight. I am also going to use this time to throw up a few more screenshots of the actual game. And I got to admit, it just looks absolutely beautiful. And these are not, of course, the map. This is the actual in-game photos. It looks gorgeous. I'm so excited to see how this game mode actually plays out and just actually see the maps firsthand for myself. They look like a lot of fun. Alright, that's enough on the actual map itself and how the game looks. Now let's get straight into how the actual gameplay will be. And the first thing that I want to point out is that there will only be 80 players per match in the Blackout game mode. Not 100 anymore. And Treyarch actually tested out 100 players plenty of times, but they said that they would rather focus on quality over the number of players they can stuff into a match. And I can't complain about this. Like I said, I played Islands of 9, which was actually capped at 50 players, which is significantly lower than an 80-player Battle Royale match. And it still ran very fast, very smooth. You can get plenty of kills in the match, and it was a lot of fun regardless. So I don't think it being under 100 players is going to actually affect affect the actual gameplay. I think it's going to be just as fun with 80 players in a match. I don't think it's going to make too many people that angry. I think it's fine. I think it'll work. It'll be a lot of fun. Now on to the vehicles. There are definitely going to be 5 vehicles in total, but there are definitely 4 confirmed right now at the moment. There is a cargo truck, ATV, Zodiac inflatable boat, and a Little Bird helicopter. Now all these sound pretty awesome. The cargo truck holds 1 driver and 4 passengers. The ATV holds a driver and 1 passenger. The inflatable boat, 1 pilot and a passenger. And the Little Bird helicopter will hold 1 pilot and 4 passengers. And actually a pretty cool thing, which I was hoping for PUBG to do way before this blackout mode was even announced, was allow you to hold cargo in your vehicles. Well, now with the cargo truck, not the others, the ATV, inflatable boat, and the Little Bird are out of this question here, but the cargo truck can actually hold equipment. So not only can it hold a driver and 4 more passengers, but it can hold extra equipment that you can't hold. Maybe ammo, weapons, attachments, meds, anything. If you can't hold it, you can stuff it into the truck. I mean, I guess the downside is that the truck will be pretty big and you'll be an easy target. So if you pull up to, let's say, Nuketown, and you pull up in this huge-ass cargo truck, they're going to see you and they're probably either going to take you out and steal the loot inside the cargo truck. But at the same time, if you have a solid squad that can hold it down, you can actually take off with a lot of stuff. And imagine going into end zone with all the loot that you have on your body, and then the bunch of loot that you're holding inside the cargo truck. You'll be set for the match pretty much. So I like this concept. I like that someone finally put into a game that you can hold cargo in your vehicle. I don't know why that wasn't in PUBG a long time ago. It just only makes sense that you can pop a trunk and, slap stuff in there. But whatever. Besides the fact that that is a great addition to Call of Duty. All players are going to be equipped with wingsuits, and pretty much what the wingsuit will do will allow you to pretty much glide down from any location. So if you're about to die, you jump off a cliff, you can wingsuit. If you jump off a building, you can wingsuit. Jump out of the helicopter, you can wingsuit. It's pretty much your parachute from Battlefield when you jump off buildings as well, in like Battlefield 4. You can just parachute and pretty much save yourself all the time. And at the same time, there is fall damage active in this game, which confuses me because I don't understand why they would put fall damage, but you can have a wingsuit, which is pretty much going to make you immune to fall damage. So it kind of just, counteracts one another. But, it might be something, it might be a twist in the actual gameplay. We haven't actually tested out the game. Maybe people can shoot out your wingsuit or poke holes through it or something. I don't know, but fall damage is active, so if you decide not to pull your wingsuit, you will die if you jump off a cliff. Just note that. Friendly fire is turned on, so be very careful who you aim your gun at and who you're messing around with, because you can get shot, you can kill your teammates, you can do all of that fun stuff, which is very interesting. I mean, not every Battle Royale has copied this formula. PUBG is pretty much the only one that I can think of that's doing this. Fortnite decided not to do that. They turned friendly fire off, but I think I like friendly fire on in a Battle Royale experience. It makes it a lot more realistic, and makes you want to aim your shots just a little bit more and try to avoid your teammates instead of just, blatantly going out there and spraying at everything you see, because you don't want to down a teammate that would cost you the game possibly. So be very careful who you aim and shoot at in the Blackout game. The max health will be 150, just like the multiplayer game in Black Ops 4. And that's not bad. I really enjoy that. And also, I was wrong in my wish list when I was saying that it's probably going to be the stem shots that heal you. There is going to be 3 different ways of healing up. There's going to be basic bandages, which I'm guessing will just, give you the typical small amount of health. You're going to have to use a lot of them to heal all the way up. There's trauma kits, which I'm guessing is the medium-sized bandages. And then there's the king-sized med kits, which I'm guessing will pretty much fully heal you up off of one of those. You won't have to take any extra perks or anything to top off your health. You'll just be able to heal up instantly, just like that. But there is a lot of ways to bandage up, and I enjoy that. I think it's going to make a lot more of a twist on the game mode, and it will definitely change up the health system and make you loot a little bit more. I'm glad that they're emphasizing the loot on the Battle Royale game mode instead of just dropping in hot and killing everybody you see, because loot is a very important factor to a Battle Royale game. But there are also going to be perks and consumables in this game mode as well, which is pretty interesting. I didn't really think they're going to throw perks in here, but I'm going to read them off to you guys and let you know which each one does. The first one is Paranoia. It gives you an audio alert when you're targeted by an enemy. The next one is Skulker. Move faster while crouched and prone. Another one is Stimulant. Increase max health by 100 points. That one sounds pretty OP if you would ask me. The next one is Outlander. Reduce damage from circle. Increase speed while taking damage from circle. I don't like that one. I don't think anything should assist you while you are in or out of zone. If you are out of zone, that's your fault. You shouldn't be falling behind. You should be planning out your moves a lot more quicker. But I don't know how easy it is going to be to get these perks. Maybe you have to spend some type of in-game currency, or you just have to kill a certain amount in order to get perks, or maybe they're just really hard to find in general. But I still don't like the idea that it's a perk that can help you out with the circle. The next one is Looter. Reveal nearby stashes and items. I really like that one. Iron Lungs. Hold your breath longer while shooting sniper rifle or diving underwater. Pretty decent. And the last one that's listed here is Consumer. Reduces time to take the use items, heal, and revive players by 20%. Not too shabby if you should ask me. But perks are perks, it's whatever. As long as it doesn't end and make the official gameplay feel a lot more clunkier or just more obnoxious, it'll be fine. I'm fine with perks as long as it just doesn't do that. They are also aiming to get this game to be running at 60 frames per second on the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. Hopefully they can accomplish this because it'll make it a very fun and smooth experience for console players. And also they should probably do this, especially trying to compete with Fortnite, which is also a very smooth running game. And if they want to compete with that, they're going to have to make sure their game is pretty smooth running as well. Going to be complicated with how big they're trying to make this map and how detailed everything is going to be, but I think they can pull it off. They're already saying that the PS4 Pro can run it at 60 frames per second, so I'm not even hesitant that the Xbox One X would run it any worse. I think it'll be just as good as the PS4 Pro. There will be 20 characters available in Blackout. And also, once again, I was wrong. My prediction was that they were going to implement loot crates or loot boxes into the Blackout game mode, and that's how you would unlock characters. Still don't mark my words yet. It might just happen. They might add in the loot boxes to get these characters, but as they are saying right now, there's going to be specific missions per each character. So let's say you want to unlock your favorite zombies character. There might be a mission saying, oh, you have to go kill 5 zombies in a Blackout game mode, and then you can unlock that character. Things like that. There's going to be specific missions tailored to each character that's going to be unique for each one. So maybe the harder the mission, the cooler the character. You never know. But I think it's a good idea. As long as they keep it this way, I will not be mad. But there are also going to be a lot more characters coming post-launch as well. So it's not going to be strictly 20 players. There are going to be a lot more coming after launch. I thought this thing would be pretty unique to talk about as well. And they are saying that the end zone or the end zone circle can actually land on a horde of zombies. So if a team doesn't land where zombies were spawned already and wipe them clean and those zombies end up living for the remainder of the match, and the zone just so happens to land on there for the final zone, you might not just have to deal with people, but you might have to deal with zombies as well. I just thought that would be a cool little twist to bring up, because wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, we've all known end zones. We've all been in the end zone where it's just, you know, your squad versus another squad, and it just ends up being a nice epic gun battle. But just imagine having an epic gun battle and then implementing zombies into that. That's just absolutely insane to think about. I'm really pumped to see how that works, and I hope I get an end zone like that as well, because I think it'll be a lot of fun to play. I'm so sorry that this video is going on so long, guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you who has lasted this long, but there's just 3 more things that I gotta cover. The first one being that you can actually open, close doors, garage doors, everything like that. You've never seen that in a Call of Duty game. That's pretty awesome that you can actually begin to close and open doors and stuff like that. But it would only make sense for a Battle Royale game mode since the majority of it's going to be looting. And the best way to, make sure your location is secure is by closing doors behind you and such so it doesn't look like it's been looted. So that's a pretty cool feature. Another one is that they're going to be... I'm sorry, just reading this, I love it. There's going to be a basketball court in this game where you can actually pick up a basketball. It's going to take up your primary slot, so you're going to have to drop your primary weapon. But you can literally shoot hoops with your friends. That's pretty insane. I don't know why they're doing that, but I guess they're really trying to compete with Fortnite in their little soccer fields and stuff like that. So you can play basketball in the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout game mode if you really feel like it. If you want to replace 2K19, come on over to the Blackout game mode. You can play some basketball there. And the last thing is that there's going to be randomly generated chests all located around the map. Not always in the same spot, but there are going to be chests. And what these chests will have are golden weapons. Now, there's not going to be many variants of weapons or rarities of weapons, but what these golden weapons will have are just pretty much pre-installed attachments on them. So you will not have to go find a bunch of attachments for your weapons. You will find a very good gun with all the attachments right at the chest. So it will reward you for finding these chests around the map. Woo, alright. That is it. I have gone through the list of different features that have been put into the Call of Duty Blackout game mode. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all are informed a little bit more on this game mode as well. Leave down in the comment section on what you guys think. Is this game mode going to be fun? Are you guys pumped for the Blackout beta? Because I know I am definitely pumped for the Blackout beta, and I am extremely excited to actually play it for myself. But we are so close to this beta. It's creeping up right around the corner, so get ready. It's going to be plenty of gameplay and a lot of action to go around for everybody. But thank you all, as always, for checking out my video. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed the content, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and hit that bell button to be notified on all my recent videos. And forget that. If you don't even want to hit the bell button, follow me on Twitter, @JBoneTheMan. You'll be updated on there as well. Thank you all for tuning in as always, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.